Hey y'all, this is Cheryl Phyillaier with Share Essentials and Young Living Essential Oils, and this video is called Know Your Why. This is a little bit about Young Living business. Now, when I started with Young Living Essential Oils, I told my sponsor I don't want to do the business, I just want to use the oils, and she said that's totally fine. Just go ahead and enjoy your oils. And so, as you can imagine, I had no idea I would ever be making a video about business. But here we are. As I've used the products, as I've used the supplements, they have changed my life and many other lives. But what I have been thrilled to see is that the Young Living business aspect has changed so many lives as well. This is just the first video in a series of several, probably 3 or 4, and talking about Young Living business, looking at it from a few different aspects. And I am so passionate that you would follow along with me. While I'm talking, go ahead and grab a pen and paper or something to take notes with, because I have a few things I want you to jot down at the end. Well, when I decided I needed to be telling people what my Young Living oils and products had did for me, and decided to go for it as a business officially, I did it because I was a stay-at-home mom and I was kind of lonely. I was in an area I didn't grow up in. I was no longer obviously working full-time. I was at home and most of my connections were back at my old workplace. So I wanted some more social connections, more fulfilling relationships, really. Meeting new people and reconnecting with old ones. And essential oils gave me that perfect platform to reconnect with people. Another burden on my heart was when I stopped working full-time, I also had to stop supporting some various ministries that I loved dearly. And we had already budgeted out my husband's income for where we would tithe with that. So it was my passion to have another income of my own so I could go back and support some of those again. And that is still my heart. It's still taking shape, but I'm so excited about that. And I've so far been able to gift a few oils and things to people with great needs, and what a blessing that has been. But this past weekend, I wanted to share with you, I was blessed to be able to sit under a Young Living Young Living Diamond, and she shared her story with all of us. And wow, okay, so she grew up in Flint, Michigan, married her husband there. They were so poverty stricken. They made $12,000 a year by cleaning toilets. And their 4 children would come along with them and sit at the kitchen table and do homeschool work. And there were days when they would go line up at the Salvation Army, and she would just cry out to God and pray that they might be one of the few people each day that got their items for free, because they had nothing. And they just needed help, and God brought them Young Living essential oils. And she started sharing. And she would just share with one person a week and help them get enrolled and started. And that alone changed her world, her income world. That $50 approximately per person changed their financial structure. And she thought, well, what if I could do this full time? So she asked her husband, and they decided they would sell their cleaning contracts and they would do Young Living full time. Friends, that was, I forget how many years ago, maybe 7, she told us, years ago. And now they are actually millionaires. And they can go back to that same Salvation Army line and actually pay for the goods of everybody standing in the line to be a blessing to them. And she had bouts with various diseases, and one of her doctors can actually, if there's a family with great need, he'll get them in touch with Shannon, and she and her husband can pay for all the child's needs for 6 months. What a blessing. I was just so inspired by her story and her giving heart and the possibilities what you can do when you have extra money. I love the quote, love, love, love the quote by Mary Young, which is Gary Young's wife, Gary Young being the founder of Young Living. Mary Young says, money in the hands of good people can do amazing things. I love that quote. Money in the hands of good people can do amazing things. And so this is your first homework assignment in this series of videos. I want you to think with me, because I can't even see y'all out there, but I know I'm not looking at a bunch of Scrooge McDucks who just want a bunch of money somewhere so you can run your fingers through it and hear it tinkle in the jar. No, you have needs and you have desires and you have dreams and you have hearts to help other people. So I want you to take a moment to jot down 3 or 4 needs that you know of, burdens on your heart. And then I want you to jot across from them ways that these could be fixed. And I want you to just jot down some other dreams too. Dreams that would be your why you would consider trying and succeeding in Young Living essential oils. And now I know a lot of you are moms, so I'm just throwing this out there, moms. If you're a mom and maybe your husband works long hours, maybe you need to start with getting a babysitter so you can take care of yourself. You can leave the house and just take a breather, have a lunch with a girlfriend. Maybe your why has to do with paying off debt from school or from bills. That's a biggie. Get rid of the debt in your life. Maybe your why has to do with people that you know that are in need, or ministries that you'd love to help. But don't feel selfish putting down things for yourself. Friends, making memories with your family, like taking that vacation with your children that you always wanted to take them to when they were young. Those years are going to pass. That can be a beautiful why. Make a list of whys, things that inspire you, small and big, and pray about them and pray about Young Living. And stay tuned for the next couple videos. The next video will be about the what. So stay tuned. This has been Know Your Why with Cheryl Phyillaier. Thanks for tuning in.